Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is my first ever time trial on Zwift. So I've never done this before, so I'm not really sure what to expect. So it's different in that everyone starts at a different time and you're just against the clock. So there's no drafting and it's literally just whoever sets the fastest time wins. The course is Tempus Fugit, so it's about 17 kilometers and it's pancake flat, so no hills whatsoever. So hopefully this should be quite good. It's just about pure power really. Power to weight hopefully won't affect me too badly. I have my new cycling shoes and clickless pedals. So this is the first time I've used them on Zwift as well. So hopefully that should be quite good. Maybe I'll get a little bit of a power boost, we'll see. I've also got a new jersey again. So now I've got two sets. So I'll be reviewing these as well at some point. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna get a quick warm up in and then we shall begin. Okay, so strategy for this one is I'm gonna go out at about 220 watts, and if I feel good after like 5 minutes, then I'm just gonna keep upping it. So it'll be 220 for the first 5 minutes, and then 230, 240, 250 maybe. So yeah, this should take about 25, 30 minutes, I think. So it's pretty much an FTP test, but it should be quite interesting to see how I do on this one. Okay, I've got 7 minutes left. I'm the first person to go actually. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm the only person in the pack. Also, as it's a TT race, I need to make sure to actually change my bike. So I went for the Zwift time trial bike. I don't have any other time trial bikes, unfortunately. So yeah, for these ones you want as much aerodynamics as possible. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Should be good.
So a time trial has completely different tactics to a normal race, as you're against the clock rather than up against other riders. Well, you are up against other riders, but there's no drafting and stuff like that. So basically, it's just about how consistent you can be with your power. So here at the beginning, I decided to try and stay out at around 220 to 230 watts. You can see the power graph at the bottom, and basically you want to try and keep this line as flat and as steady as possible. If it goes into the red, that means you're in the anaerobic area or the VO2 max area. So you want to keep it basically in the yellow or in the green. 3 minutes in, at this point I'm still trying to settle into it. My heart rate is at about 164, which is about right. Not too high and not too low. You want to get to the end of the time trial and be completely spent, having used up all your energy. You don't want to get to the end and then be able to put down loads of power, because that means you haven't used your power efficiently throughout the whole race. Because the course is so flat, there's not really any hills, so there's not many tactics in this race. So if there are some hills, I read online that it's best to put slightly more power down when you're going up the hill, and then you can rest when you're going down the hill. I'm already starting to find it difficult. It's getting into summer here, it's a good 20 degrees, and the fans are not good enough anymore. So I'm already overheating. As it continues to get hotter and hotter, I'm probably going to spend less time on Zwift and just spend more time riding outside. I found using the clipless shoes to be quite an interesting experience. It feels very weird having your feet attached, like you can't wiggle them around at all, so I think this will take some getting used to. I've ridden the bike outside just in my community area, not on the roads, so I'm just practicing clipping in and clipping out, and then later on I'm going to build up some confidence and hopefully go for a few rides using them. So we're about a third of the way through now, and my bar at the bottom is looking very, very stable. I just went down a hill, so I had a little bit of a rest with the green and blue bit. But yeah, mostly it's very stable, which is quite good so far. It's definitely a different experience to racing in Zwift. As there's no one around you, there's no surges, and you don't ever have to like push really hard to catch up with someone. There's no drafting either, so there's far fewer tactics. It's definitely much more mental, because you just have to, you're on your own, so you've only got your own thoughts and you've just got to dig deep and try to go as fast as you can, basically. So I recently got 2 new cycling bibs. So they were sent to me by 2 companies here in China. So if you would like to see a review of that, you can like and subscribe. I'm also running a half marathon soon, which is going to be horrible and painful. It's actually the second time I've done a half marathon. So if you want to see that as well, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you to everyone who's already subscribed. It means a great deal. And yeah, more videos will be coming soon. So we're just passing halfway now, and recently it's been getting a bit more difficult. I've had to drop down the power a tiny bit. So at the bottom of the screen you can see the graph. Where it goes to green, it means I'm riding in the tempo zone, which is a bit easier than the yellow, which is the threshold zone. So even though you're not really racing against anyone directly on the course, you can look at the times at the bottom and you can see how far ahead or behind you are people. So I'm racing N Sauer. He started a minute behind me and now he's 52 seconds behind me, so I know he's gained 8 seconds on me. So I've been using that to motivate myself and to try and push harder. So this is the first time I've ever done a time trial on this route, so I'm definitely going to use that as like a benchmark and then try again in a few months and see how much better I've got. This one is very much a test of pure power because it's so flat. It doesn't really matter how heavy you are here. If you're putting out loads of watts, you'll probably do quite well. So heading into the final third, I'm feeling alright. In the last few kilometres I lowered the power a little bit. You can see all the green at the bottom. 5.7 kilometres to go. Not much really happens between now and the end, so we're going to fast forward a bit. Okay, so here we are, we've got 2 kilometres to go. At this point, I'm feeling quite okay, really. So I'm going to try and absolutely put out as much power as I can for the last 2 kilometres. So throughout the whole race, I've been trying to aim for about 230, but because we're so close to the end, I'm going to up it to about 270. As you can see at the bottom, it's gone from yellow to orange. Orange means you're in the VO2 max zone, and that you should be able to maintain that power for about 5 minutes. Now I've gone into the red zone, which is your anaerobic zone, and I won't be able to hold this for very long. It's just a final push to the end. Just coming up to the finish line now for a final time of 29 minutes and 53 seconds. So for some reason my time doesn't show up, so that's a glitch with Zwift, I think, so I'm not really sure what was going on there.
Okay, all done. Now I've got to wait until all the other people finish their race, but I think I did quite well there. I had quite a bit left in the tank at the end, being able to up the wattages, so I need to learn how to manage my power over the whole thing more, but this is the first time I've ever done it, so I didn't expect to be able to get it perfectly right. Anyway, time for rest. I'll put the Zwift power results up and then we can have a look.
So for some reason, Zwift and Zwift Power didn't record my finishing time, so I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, I finished in 29:43, which would have put me in 6th place. So my average power was 228 watts, which I think for me would have been quite low. I think I didn't go out hard enough because I had lots of energy at the end, and you can see in the graph that as I came towards the finish line, I could put up my power by about 100 watts. Ideally, in a time trial, you want your power graph to be perfectly flat. So I'm definitely going to try this again at some point and see if I can manage my power better, because I will definitely go faster if I go out harder at the start and then have less in the legs at the end. So at no point did I feel exhausted, out of breath. It was more my legs were tiring. So I think my cardio is actually quite good, but it's the legs are lagging behind, really. So I've been running quite a lot, which has been probably improving my cardio, I think. Anyway, that's everything for this video. If you enjoyed, please like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!